How many men are going to be sacked for women to be appointed into the cabinet? That is the biggest question. Is your friend going to lose a job? Is your tribesman going to lose a job? The government, through the Attorney General, was saying, no. Appointment of 2/3 gender rule is not enforceable. It is an aspiration. It is a wish. It is hot air. That the president has been ordered to dissolve cabinet and appoint a fresh one, where women must be a third. And nobody talks of the women being a third. Women should be percentage 50-50. Why are women being given a third? That is also the question. Women are mothers. They care and nurture children. That contribution has been accepted in the division for matrimonial property. Now, domestic work is equal to financial contribution. Why should women be given a token of a third? Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer, where we are dealing with the question of gender. The question of gender. The courts have ordered the president to dissolve his cabinet and appoint another one that complies with the Constitution. Is the president going to agree? The president has been given 120 days to ensure that there is a gender balance as provided for by the Constitution of Kenya. What does this mean? How many men are going to be sacked for women to be appointed into the cabinet? That is the biggest question. Is your friend going to lose a job? Is your tribesman going to lose a job? How is the president going to balance this question? We are 1 year away from the general election. Will the president sack members of the cabinet from regions he is not likely to get votes? Are they likely to get the axe? Is the president going to be pressured and blackmailed that if you sack one of us, our people, then you will lose elections? ODM and other parties have already started agitating for more positions. The head of ODM, Powerman, Oburu, and his team with Wanga, they are saying we have enough women in ODM to join government. There are those people who were denied the chance to join cabinet. Can they be brought back? Why did the judge put the president in such a question? You remember, at one time, Chief Justice Emeritus Maraga declared Parliament to be illegally constituted and ordered or gave an edict to the President Uhuru Kenyatta to dissolve Parliament. Parliament was never dissolved. President Uhuru Kenyatta ignored that. Is President Ruto going to ignore the judges? That is a political question. Our job from Court Helicopter is to bring you the law. What question was before the judges? And why, which reasons, and which provisions of the law did the judges get? This is the petition, this is the decision by Justice Githinji, Justice Ogola, that was issued on the 30th day of June 2026. This is the last financial year date. What the question is, We'll deal with only one question. In paragraph 387, the court reached a different conclusion on the issue of gender representation. The court found out that the cabinet is an appointive body within the meaning of Article 27(8) of the Constitution. The court further found that for purposes of calculating compliance with Article 27(8), the cabinet consists of 1, the president, the deputy president, the attorney general, and all cabinet secretaries as expressly provided under Article 152(1) of the Constitution. Were you aware the attorney general is a member of the cabinet? This is the first time people know. The attorney general is a cabinet minister. He or she, right now we have senior counsel Dorcas Odor, sits in cabinet as a cabinet member. 2, the judges said, applying the constitutional formula to the evidence before it, the court found that the cabinet as presently constituted comprises 25 members, of whom 7 are women and 18 are men. Were you aware? Women are 7, men are 18. You know the population in this country? Women are 51%, the population of this country. Men are 49%. The 49%, which is a lesser population, has 18 slots. The majority who are women have only 7. This is what the judges are saying. Consequently, more than 2/3 of the members of the cabinet are of the same gender. 3, the court rejected the respondent's contention of Article 28 that it is merely aspirational. The government, through the Attorney General, was saying, no. Appointment of 2/3 gender rule is not enforceable. It is an aspiration. It is a wish. It is hot air. It is not supposed to be. That is the argument of the government, the Attorney General. What did the judges say? The court found that compliance with the gender principle in appointive bodies is immediate, mandatory, and enforceable. It is not aspirational. It is immediate, it is mandatory, and must be enforced. These judges, the women will vote for them. If it was in America, you know, in America, judges are not employed by the Judicial Service Commission. You apply, you compete, people vote for you. Elections are done to be judges. These guys, if they had the women vote, listen, AG is saying it is an aspiration. The judges are saying, no. It is immediate, mandatory, and enforceable. 4, the court therefore concluded that the current composition of the cabinet does not comply with Article 27(8) of the Constitution. So the question has been settled. The judges have said, as constituted, the cabinet is illegal, it is unconstitutional, it must not be like that. Then what did the judge, how did the judge say? What does it give after it has found the finding? Inapeana nini? Paragraph 388. The question that follows is what relief is appropriate. The petitioners urged the court to invalidate the entire cabinet, nullify all decisions made by the cabinet secretaries, quash the gazette notices, effecting appointments, prohibit payments of salaries, and declare all actions undertaken by cabinet members to be null and void. 5 prayers, oh my God. 1, they wanted Number one, a nullification of all decisions that have been done by cabinet. From 2022, all decisions nullified. Number two, all gazette notices of every appointment. Remember, ministers appoint CEOs or parastatals, they appoint board members, all those things to be nullified. Free, any salary that has been paid to this cabinet should be stopped and be recovered because they were earning illegal salary and illegal allowances. Then they say all actions undertaken by cabinet members to be null and void. Any decision that has ever been done or any action that has ever been done by a minister should be declared null and void. Even a placard of opening a school by Minister so-and-so, that plaque must be removed. These were the prayers before the judges. What did the judges do? The court declined to grant those remedies. The court rejected. Why? Why did the court reject those drastic and good results? My crew, Vivian, got shocked. What did the judges say? Constitutional remedies must not only vindicate constitutional rights and values, but must also be proportionate, effective, and consistent with the broader public interest. The court must be guided by Article 259 of the Constitution and the principle that constitutional adjudication should preserve constitutional order rather than create institutional paralysis. The judges said, if we give those orders, the country will collapse. The country will completely die. The institution called cabinet will collapse. That is not what the Constitution looks at. Paragraph 389, they look at why it is dangerous to give those orders. The cabinet constitutes the apex policy-making organ of the national executive. It is responsible for the formulation and implementation of national policy, administration of ministries, coordination of government functions, national security, foreign affairs, economic management, and numerous constitutional responsibilities affecting 55 million of Kenyans. Therefore, in paragraph 30, the judges say invalidating the entire cabinet would create an immediate constitutional and governance vacuum with far-reaching consequences extending beyond the constitutional violation established before the court. Such a remedy could disproportionately affect innocent members of the public who are not responsible for the impugned actions. What did the court decide to create? In paragraph 391, the court, those as powers include their authority to issue declaratory reliefs, structural interdicts, and supervisory orders that are designed to secure future constitutional compliance. In the circumstance of this case, this is the final orders of the judge. A declaration of constitutional violation coupled with a mandatory structural order directing compliance within a period of 120 days constitute the most proportionate and effective remedy. So the judges in order G, the appointing authority as the president is hereby directed to make appointments of cabinet secretaries in conformity to Article 27(8) of the Constitution within 100 days from the date of this judgment. This is the judgment of the judges of the High Court. What is the import of this judgment? That the president has been ordered to dissolve cabinet and appoint a fresh one, where women must be a third. And nobody talks of the women being a third. Women should be percentage 50-50. Why are women being given a third? That is also the question. If you look at the judiciary, another arm of government, ladies are more than 52% of judicial officers. There are more ladies in judicial positions vis-a-vis the men. What is the strange about it? In Rwanda, the cabinet, over 65% of cabinet are women. Are our women inferior? Are we saying that our women cannot have 50%? Why must we go for a third? We are talking about women being given stereotype jobs. Kazi ya kupika, kazi ya kulea, kazi ya kufanya nini. And that, I know you look at women, but you don't know that they are your daughters. I know you look at women, but you don't realize they are your mother. You look at women and say they cannot do that job, but they are your sisters. You look at women and say they cannot do that but you know they are your aunties. Why do you want your daughter to go to school? Tell me why you took your daughters to school. Did you take your daughters to school so that they do not become cabinet members of parliament? Do you take your daughters to school so that they don't become cabinet secretaries? The current cabinet secretary for interior, CS Soipan, is a lady. The military has allowed women to rise up. The church that was seeing women not being able to be pastors has allowed the women to rise in the church leadership. The families where women were not seen to have equal rights to inherit land, to have equal rights to property, the law is dealing with them equally. Why should this constitutional provision talk about a third? Article 227 talks of equality. Are women not equal so that they are given a token of a third? From Court Helicopter, I do not agree that women should be given a third of the appointment to the cabinet. Women should be given 50%, if not 51% of the for cabinet slots. They deserve it. The backbone and the economy of this country is agriculture. Women are employed in the agriculture sector, 95%, the ones who produce. Women are mothers. They care and nurture children. That contribution has been accepted in the division for matrimonial property. Now, domestic work is equal to financial contribution. Why should women be given a token of a third? From Court Helicopter, I do not agree with these judges. This can be challenged in the Court of Appeal for a declaration, a proper declaration that cabinet should be 50-50 or 49 to 51 because the country's population should represent the face of the republic. The face of the republic is not 10 women. The face of the republic out of 25 should be at least 12 cabinet slots or 13. To show that women are able, there are three arms of government. The judiciary is headed by a lady, Chief Justice Martha Koome. The Deputy Chief Justice is Justice Mwilu, a lady. Has the judiciary performed very well? Yes. Are we still under the historical male chauvinist concept that women perform poorly. That's not the position. Very many people raised an issue when the Chief Justice was being appointed to become the Chief Justice. The control of budget, Margaret Nyakango is a woman. The Auditor General, Kedongo, is a woman. Serious women are holding serious positions in this country. Have they failed us by virtue of the agenda? The women, if given a chance, they will deliver. The problem, we have never given our daughters, our sisters, a chance to deliver. It's time they should be given a chance.